Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's episode of Real Talk with Queen. I am your host, Queen Amen. And today we are talking about love and body aches. But before we start, I would like to have a moment of silence to say a prayer and to send love and healing energy to everyone who's lonely today, to everyone who has lost someone that they love. And on Valentine's Day, they're really missing that person. And for all of the people that are struggling and going through, so let's just take a moment of silence and send love out to those people and to anyone else that you can think of that needs it right now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am, you can tell, I'm so excited today. And today is special because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And when I thought about what I wanted to do for you guys, and I really wanted it to be special, what I did was to consult Spirit and to say, what is it that I'm supposed to talk about? And how do I really bring it to the people where they will understand it and listen? Often with messages, and when you're trying to bring things to people, you have to meet people where they are. You can't be speaking way over their heads where they don't get it. And you can't be so pushy because you can push people away. So again, welcome to today's episode of Real Talk. And we're talking about body aches, aching for love. Okay. How many of you have ever read a book and as you got to halfway between, as you were reading the book and you were halfway through, the book frightened you and you had to quit reading that book? That happened to me many years ago as I read the story of Isabel. Let me tell you about Isabel and who Isabel was. Isabel, I almost sat on my drum. Isabel was a devout woman of God. Nothing could shake Isabel. Nothing frightened Isabel. She was just strong. She stood in her power. She loved God above everything. She practiced gratitude. She had a powerful, powerful prayer life. She was devout. She was kind. She was giving. She practiced the 42 laws of Ma'at, and yet she fell for the tricks of the devil. Now, let me go back. God loved Isabel because she was his number one prize. And if anybody had God's back, God knew for a fact it was Isabel. She loved God just that much. She had this unshakable, unwavering faith that nothing could touch her and come between the love between her and God. So one day, God and the devil were having a conversation. Yeah, they talked to each other. And the devil told God, he said, you think your servant Isabel is so strong and powerful. Allow me to tempt her. God said, my servant Isabel is strong and powerful, and no, I will not allow you to tempt her. I know she has unshakable, unwavering faith in her devotion to me. The devil, okay, well, if you believe Isabel's faith is so strong and unwavering to you, allow me to tempt her, and we will see just how strong and devoted she is to you. God, okay, devil, I'll allow it this one time, but I know you're wasting your time because Isabel will never fall for the tricks. All right, here come the clever devil. Isabel is walking and he shows up. And the first day, he just strikes up a conversation with Isabel. That was all. He just needed to get his foot in the door. Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing? Isabel kept walking on her way. Next day, guess what? He shows up again, the devil. And this time, he shows up with what? Bearing gifts. Was Isabel impressed? The second day, she said, thank you. And she still went on her way. And the devil thought, she's really playing hard to get. I've got to go into my bag of tricks to really get this woman because I have to prove to God that she is not as devout as she says. So that third day, that devil put on a suit, and he had flowers, and he had candy, and he had a pep in his step, and he stopped Isabel again. That's when I quit reading the story. It scared the shit out of me. I couldn't even believe that a woman with such strong faith and devotion could fall for the tricks of the devil. So you can think what you want to as to how the story ended, but I wanted to make sure I brought that to your attention today because often as women and men, we meet people and you think that that person is, the one, and they're going to be it. And you know absolutely nothing about those people. And often it is tricks of the devil. And we fall for it over and over and over. But just because you fall for it, all of us are human. I know I fell for a bunch of crap in my life and still fall for some stuff. But when you take yourself there, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Especially when, I forgot to tell you, get something to drink, but especially when your body is aching. Sometimes we want that love. We want those arms around us. We want to be held. We want to be loved. And in that moment, often we make decisions and choices that aren't healthy for us. All of us as women have been there. All of us have played the fool. That song that says, everybody plays the fool sometimes. I don't care who you are. Yes, you have played the fool. And often we play the fool simply because we're just looking for that person. We think that if we just meet this one person, our life is going to change. We think that if we just meet this one person, our body won't ache anymore. We think that if we meet this one person, everything in our life is going to be like magic. We think that if we just meet this one person, oh, we can jump and shout. We think that if we just meet this person, oh, hallelujah. And I hear a lot of you all saying, God sent them. God ain't sent half of these people is coming to you. Know that for a fact. I ain't gonna say who sent them, but often God didn't. So once you stop settling, and some of us are so devious, and in our loneliness, the first thing that comes along, we lock on to it, and we tell, ooh, I'm in love. Girl, I met me somebody, honey. Girl, I tell you, baby, he drives this Mercedes. Girl, he got plenty of money. Girl, he got a good job. Girl, he married. Stop it. Yeah. But anyway, getting back to love, stop putting all of your energy into other people, believing that it has to be somebody in order for you to be fulfilled, when most of the time, most of you don't even know how to love yourself. And you out there trying to love somebody. I said it. Love, what is it? Is it unconditional? Do you love yourself? Because if you can't love yourself, how will you ever learn to love somebody else? And if you don't know your value and your worth and what you have to bring to the table, you're really confused. And if every time you go to the mirror and you look at yourself and all you can see is a flaw, ooh, my nose is too big, my teeth messed up, my smile is crooked, ooh, this eye over here is bigger than the other one, my hair is too short, ooh, I need to bleach my skin. When you go to that mirror, you have to look at yourself and love every flaw, everything about you, the way you were created and made. You were made perfect. You are absolutely beautiful. Stop letting these people tell you you have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, you have to talk a certain way, you have to do things a certain way in order to be loved, because, baby, you don't. Once you really, truly learn to love yourself. I know for years I allowed other people to tell me how to love myself. I look for love in all the wrong places. And I've been a lot of places looking for love. Wow, that took me back. But anyway, stop looking for love in a person and look for the love that you need within yourself. And once you find that love within yourself, there is nothing that nobody can do, say to you, that will knock you off your center when you truly, truly, truly love yourself. I love myself, baby. I don't care what they say, how they say it. They can talk behind my back. I don't care, because I am in it for me. I love me. Big lips, big nose, crooked smile, big eyes, whatever it is that I've been given to work with, I love it, and I love me. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. But again, you've got to know your value. You've got to know your worth. Love yourself. And if you make a mistake, forgive yourself. Just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you have to keep reliving it over in your mind, reliving that same story over and over and over. Girl, I've been married 4 times. Ooh, girl, I ain't gonna never meet a man. Well, if you say that, you ain't gonna meet him. Ooh, you know what? I didn't graduate from high school. So what? A lot of people didn't graduate, but that still doesn't mean you shouldn't love yourself. Go back and try to get your education, but you got to start loving yourself. Forgive yourself. Have a strong prayer life. Have a strong, unwavering prayer life. Get excited about your dreams. Because guess what? If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. And if you don't ask, the answer is what? Always no. And if you don't step forward, you will always stay in the same place. So get excited about love. Get excited about loving yourself. And when those moments come when your body is aching to be held and to be loved and, you know, all of that stuff that you won't go out there and do something stupid just to have it. Once you really know how to love yourself, all of that will be secondary. And just know that all of us, all of us go through something. Now, I'm getting ready to go into the bag of tricks. We're going to have a conversation. First one. This is why relationships don't last. And I'm kind of jumping, but I wanted to make sure I talked about this too. High expectations. What does that mean? Sometimes you meet a person and you put this person on a pedestal. They don't deserve to be on the pedestal, but because you don't know any better and you love yourself, you put them on a pedestal and you act like they can't do any wrong. That's where you are wrong. Stop putting people on a pedestal and having extremely high expectations. And a lot of us, and you, have higher expectations from other people than you have from yourself. And you should have those same expectations, okay? Next, we're going to talk about lack of communication is another reason why relationships don't last. I remember being in Jamaica a month ago, and my niece said at the table, everybody put cell phones down. We had to talk to each other. Often you see couples, they're out in public, both of them on their cell phone. Nobody's talking to each other. The lack of communication in the home. You feel stuff, but you're afraid to talk about it. Or they tell you, oh, I don't want to hear that. You stupid for even thinking of that. Lack of communication. But lack of communication is another reason why relationships don't last. Next. Not enough appreciation. Yay! How many of you all feel appreciated in your relationship? The lack of appreciation is something big, people. It will destroy a relationship. Lack of appreciation, lack of communication. Let people know you appreciate them. Let people know that you give thanks for them being in your life. Let people know that you truly love them and you care about them. Let people know that you appreciate everything that they do. And the more you show appreciation, the more you will get. Personal space. How many of you all just, I see people, they act like they can't separate. Girl, let that man go somewhere by himself and you go somewhere by yourself. Who wants to look at somebody 24 hours a day? I don't. So you should each have your personal space. Allow him to have his space, you have your space. So when you come together, you come together. But it's not always you have to be everywhere together. That would truly, it would get old with me. I'm going to tell you right now, real quick. Ooh, this is a good one. A piece of a man that I'm going to sit down on this one. How many of you women have ever been told that a piece of a man is better than no man? A lot of mothers have told this to their daughters. It has been passed down from generation to generation. Girl, a piece of a man is better than no man. Honey, I'll take no man any day over a piece of a man just to say I got a man, because that I want a real man and not a joy. Okay, next, and I'm trying to rush. We date or marry for social status. How many of you all ain't nothing but a hound dog? And I said it. Marrying for money, marrying for social status. I see it all the time, and then they get on Facebook like they didn't marry for money or they didn't marry for social status. Yes, you did. And then you get on Facebook and pretend that your relationship is just perfect. Well, I'm here to tell you, it ain't. So stop marrying for money. Stop marrying for social status, because a lot of this stuff backfires in your face. I'll say it's always better to have your own. Then you don't have to worry about trying to marry somebody because of what they have. Every woman and man should have their own shit, okay? Now. I think, yeah, this last one. We don't know ourselves. Half of you are out there in a relationship. You don't even know what you like. Tell me, he didn't touch me right. How many of you know he didn't touch you right? You ain't never even touched yourself. Learn to love on yourself. Learn to know what you want. Also, learn to be able to communicate your needs and what you like and what you don't like. And if they don't like it, then let it go. Find you someone who does like it, but take your time. Know yourself. All right, people. That is it for today. And again, learn to love yourself so that when your body starts aching, and again, you want those arms all around you and you want to feel that heat, that body heat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got to say it. Okay. Learn to stand in your power. Love yourself. And there's more coming, but I can't talk about it on this. But I am coming with some more for you. Intimate talks with Queen, where I'll really break it down. But for right now, that is it for today. And as always, it is my pleasure to come to you, to bring you the words of wisdom, and to bring it in a way where you can enjoy it, appreciate it, laugh, and have fun, because that's the whole purpose of it. We should be able to have conversations, honest conversations, but also to laugh. So with that being said, I am your host, Queen Amen. And next week, I will be coming to you again incognito. I got some hot stuff for next week, baby, so stay tuned. All right, thank you so much. And again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Queen of Real Talk on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And know that you can express love every day, every moment that you live, every second that you live. Don't Just do it one day out of the year. But again, the best love and the greatest love is learning to love yourself and forgive yourself when you make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. I'm out of here. Namaste.